We're very excited to welcome into the studio Kirksville local band New Ocean. Guys, thank you for joining us this morning.
No problem.
Yeah,
Good to be here.
Thank you.
It's an early morning, but I'm really excited for the music we're going to listen to today. So why don't we just start off with a song?
Sure. Yeah, we're going to start off with one from the new CD. All right, get this mic set up here. Is that about right? All right.
Wow, guys, that's sounding really, really good. That's really good.
That sound all right? Thanks.
What's that song called?
That's called Barriers. I was speaking in the mic a little bit. Yeah, that's the second song from our new CD. We've never played it like that before. Usually it's a lot bigger sound with treated guitars with all these effects on it. But yeah, came up with that arrangement not too long ago. It sounded all right to us.
But you guys have unplugged this morning for us. Great. Well, why don't we play another one?
Yeah, Nate, do you want to do Stone?
Yeah, sure.
Ryan, you should come over to this mic here, and I'll grab the tambourine. All right. Nate, whenever you're ready.
Sorry about that.
One day I know that I will find you searching far and wide for me. Can't you see I love you for the rest of your days? rest of your days. My chest aches from my broken heart, but I see your smile in my mind and in my heart. Tell me, why can't you let this be? Oh, 'cause I love you and you love me. Oh, what is this supposed to be? When breaking hearts, you broke your own. Don't let what we have turn to stone. Falling upside down is how I feel, with thoughts of you creating feelings that feel so surreal. Tell me, why can't you see, babe, it's you and me. Yeah, 'cause I love you and you love me. Oh, tell me, just supposed to be when breaking hearts. Yeah, you broke your own. Don't let what we have turn to stone. Now I've seen you walk away and you've watched me walk away too. Tell me, what else is there for us to do than to give in to our feelings that we know to be so true? Don't you look into my eyes and say I'm not for you. Oh, 'cause I love you and you love me. Oh, what else is there for us to see? When breaking hearts, yeah, you broke your own. Don't let what we have turn to stone. 'Cause I love you and you love me. Oh, what else is there for us to see? When breaking hearts, you broke your own. No, don't let what we have turn to stone. Not to stone, no, not to stone, no, not to stone, just not to stone. Please don't leave me alone. No, don't leave me alone.
Wow, thank you guys. Thank you. That sounds really good. I've heard you guys play plenty of times,
Yeah, you have.
but it's a real treat to hear you in this kind of style, stripped down, no acoustic guitars, percussion a little different than usual, which I'm also really appreciating. So what was it like preparing for a show like this where there's so many limitations? We're into this cramped space. We have 2 microphones, no electricity, and some different faces in the group right now. But what's it like to prepare for a show so different?
I mean, it wasn't too difficult, I guess, for us to come up with some basic percussion that, just with one, floor tom and a tambourine, which we already used for that song, actually.
We've been playing some of these songs for close to 2 years now, so we're definitely used to doing them and changing it up. It's not hard. It's, I think, more fun for us. We're used to hearing it a certain way, and doing it different is fun and exciting for us. There, definitely a lot of songs that we had to throw out just because we're missing a few band members. We don't have any bass, so like we have a song called "Funky Song" where the entire lick is a big slap bass lick, and we can't do that. So. But no, I think it worked. Yeah, we just started preparing last week, and
really cool. Well, I also want to congratulate you on your new album, Melanosha.
Yeah.
It's I've listened to an earlier cut of it, and now I've listened to the newer cut of it. Some good changes were made. So.
I feel bad. I didn't know you still had that one. I gave Damian it was probably sometime over the summer, like an early mix.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
wasn't much going on. It wasn't done until November, so
Yeah, but
I
no,
felt bad you were
it
listening
sounds
to that.
good.
Thanks, yeah.
And it's your second album.
Mm-hmm.
Your first one, Finding North, I was also a fan of. And I wanted to ask, what's it like to go into the studio and put out a second album? Now that you've been a band for a while, you know each other a little better. What changes?
Well, this one was different. I feel like this was our first actual band album. The first one, Finding North, was me and Ryan pretty much just shacked up in a Ryle dorm room, hammering out all these songs. And,
Where a lot of great music is created.
oh yeah, definitely. And then Nate and Daniel just kind of came in at the very, very tail end of it to sing, but they had nothing to do with the real process. So this one, they actually had some input, and we were able to rehearse as a live band.
Yeah, and another thing was the first album was really written on acoustic guitars, and it was kind of, I guess, I don't know, more mellow and a little bit sadder sounding, kind of. But, yeah, the acoustic guitar really restricted what, like how we wrote the songs. But for the second one, we were using the electrics and
We got
all the
excited. We
effects
went
and everything.
everywhere. We go from reggae to funk to, I don't know what else.
And it's good places, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good places. Some of my
tacked
favorite
on-
moments are when you do those kinds of things.
Uh-huh.
Change things.
And it's fun for us, too.
Yeah, we tacked on some. There are 3 bonus tracks on the end, and those are actually some of my favorite. The last 2 are home demos that me and Ryan did over the summer. And basically, we would just try to write and record a song as quickly as possible in the same day. And yeah, the last 2 songs were those where, from start to finish, it was maybe 3-4 hours, and they're raw and dirtier than the rest of the album. That's very professionally produced, but yeah, those are some of my favorites to listen to.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to do that, and definitely really different to just get an idea and just put it in a song like right away, and then have another idea for something else to add on top, and you kind of just just keep adding things and mixing them in, and I don't know, it was kind of fun to do it outside of the nice studio and everything.
We had relied so heavily on our great engineer Nick Torres, and like we have some cheap mics and software that we used a little bit for demos, but it wasn't too extensive. So yeah, to actually try to do things on our own, that was something new for us that we've embraced a lot more. We just put up a new song the other day called Dodo. That was all everything was recorded in our house and here.
Okay. Well, I wanted to ask about the sound of the album. You guys started talking about that. When the first album, I would agree, sounds a lot more mellow, there's a lot of acoustic sounds, and where you guys take the second album, just in so many different places than the first album, that was exciting for me to hear. Was that something you guys decided you wanted to do, or were those just the songs that needed to be written?
Well, I think originally we kind of had a theme for the album as kind of like a water
I forgot
or
about
ocean
that.
theme. Yeah, and it was pretty early on, but I think Mitch had kind of written lyrics for like 3 songs, and it kind of all dealt with water or were named after water in some way.
There's still a little bit of that because there's a song Water, there's Ocean Nightmares, and there's Float. But all I can think of talks about the sirens from Greek mythology, so that's somewhat like the ships. And
yeah, but I wouldn't say we really had a direction for the whole album, like a full, cohesive sound. And then we kind of just wrote songs as we went along, and if we thought they were fun enough or good enough to record, then we did that. So.
Well, I have a question for Nate. You, like Mitch was saying, you kind of came in, for the first album, when you came in late in the game, just kind of laid down the vocal tracks. What was it like being part of the group when the production of the album was still happening and being there for the whole picture?
A heck of a lot easier to get the songs down.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time that came in and Mitch and I were trying to work together, and he would like tell me the melody, and then I would like do it, and then I'd forget it later that day whenever we'd get to recording it. But being kind of a collaborative idea and being able to practice it well before the production of the CD, it was a lot easier to just go in, do my thing, get out, and yeah, it turned out a lot better, I thought.
I think so. Well, it wasn't just you having a hard time on the first one, because it was me and Ryan writing the vocal melodies too, and we're not trained good singers, so we had very restricted melodies for Nate. They served us because me and Ryan could somewhat sing them, but Nate, it doesn't make much sense for him to stay and like 2-3 notes and not too much, because we can't. We don't have any.
The vocal range on the second CD is much wider.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much wider.
Yeah, some things. Nate was able to come up with his own melodies more for the second CD. It was much more collaborative, where the first one that wasn't the case.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Well, that's really good. Well, Jared, I want to bring you into the conversation a little bit. Jared is the guest percussionist this morning, and Jared, I like what you're doing over here in the corner with the floor tom.
Thank you.
Limited equipment, but it's all about soul, right?
Definitely, yeah. That's all it's about. It's pretty cool. I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to play with these guys, especially sort of being new to the area, and these guys have been together, for the past 2 years or whatever. So, I'm very thankful for that. But it's been cool to sort of kind of come into this unique situation. Like I've played in bands before, like in high school, but it's been like the usual things where we have like a full drum set and electric instruments, on a stage or whatever. Sort of come into like a radio studio like this, and to play like a floor tom, and a keyboard and a tambourine, things like that. So it's pretty interesting to be able to be a part of sort of a band playing music in that way.
Yeah, that's great, and it sounds great too. I always thought we had you guys here last semester for a couple songs, and I thought the room served us well. I thought the room works for us. It works out. We had some good sound.
I've always been pleasantly surprised how good this room sounds, and we've heard other friends of ours play acoustic sets on here, and they always sound really good. We're both DJs here, so we know it can be very limiting at times, the equipment we have. And
yeah. That's something KTRM should do more of, right? More live performances. I think it sounds good.
I think so, too. It's hard to find all the bands.
Yep, sure.
And we can strip our sound down. They're like all the metal or hard rock bands. It's a little bit harder to bring them in for an acoustic set.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I want to also ask about future plans. A lot of you guys are going different ways. What's going to happen in New Ocean? What's the story? Where's the story end?
I haven't really talked to the other guys about this much. As far as I'm concerned,
it is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah. As long as there's me and Ryan, at least at the very minimum, me and Ryan doing something, there's New Ocean. If it's not, then it's just something solo. Mm-hmm. And the way recording technology is, me and Ryan have talked about because we'll be living in different cities here in a couple weeks, and I have some home recording equipment, he's going to be getting some, so we'll be able to shoot stuff to each other over email, and I hope to continue that. We haven't talked about direction, if we want to do anything. I think it'll just be bouncing off song ideas like we did last summer. Mm-hmm. And as far as the other guys, I don't know. 3 of them are still going to be here on Truman. I hope to see them do something. That'd be really curious for me to see how the guys in my band play with other people.
See what happens. Yeah, so what's coming, Nate?
Oh, man, I don't know. Actually, the other night, a friend of mine that's in Truman, we were talking, and he was excited that there was still 3 of us in the band that are still going to be here. He's like, yeah, well, a couple other guys, from Truman could we get in on that possibly, maybe, yeah. So, and I was like, yeah, it'd be fun to, and obviously the style would change, because a lot of the songs that we play are what Mitch write. So the style would change a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. And Jared, what about you? You've got some time here. You got some time left here, right?
It's true. I have another 3 years left in Kirksville.
Yeah. So you got to get something going.
Yeah, sure. Definitely to pass the time a little bit, I guess.
Sure.
Buckle up. It's a long ride.
It's true. Well, why don't we play another song?
Yeah, Nate, let's do Rising Sun.
All right.
We'll swap mics a little bit here. I'm going to get on... No, Ryan does drums for this. That's right. I'll take your guitar here. And Jared, you go sit in the corner to the next one.
Yeah.
Sit in the corner and turn around.
He just came in yesterday to start rehearsing, so we were only able to get him on 2 songs. So, alright, how's that? Alright, I'm ready. Ryan?
This is New Ocean on KTRM Kirksville.
You ready over there? Almost.
Or you carry that, don't you? That tambourine? Because you do the double time, right? Yeah. You guys started off.
Ready.
Yeah. Well, while they're getting set up, this is one Nate wrote called Rising Sun. We haven't done it in a long time, probably close to a year. So this is the first time we'll be playing it again. Excited for it.
have New Ocean in studio with us, playing a very special acoustic set they prepared for us. And we have some limitations here at KTRM, but that doesn't mean we can't have some great music. Do you guys have another one for us?
Got one more! Alright. I have no clue how loud this piano should be. Jared, I'll let you figure that out.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Damian, is the, are the drums too loud over here? Would they sound
Too
alright?
loud.
Okay.
I got a little excited over there.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Jared, would you mind moving your chair a bit? Thank
I can
you.
do that.
I'll just move over here a few centimeters.
You ready? Are you ready? Oh, that's good.
Give that a shot.
Alright. We're all good?
Doesn't make sense to me, boy. How could you disappear so soon? So soon. Take another one for the road. Wouldn't do it if you told, oh no. For the road. And if you try, I might as well die. Because if you didn't want me to, never mind what it takes. I never knew how you got through. How you got through. I heard that you felt lost too. So if you feel you're down, come right around to the town with no name. Oh, and play the game. Doesn't matter how you feel, keep moving on and on and on. On and on. You won't back down, but you push around. So if you feel you're down, come right around to the town with no name. Go and play the game. So if you feel you're down, come right around. Go to the town with no name and play the game.
Woohoo! We did it!
We're done! We did it!
Yeah, that's Kirksville band New Ocean playing a very special acoustic set for us this morning on Summer and Damian in the morning. Thank you guys so much for coming in, preparing that set for us. It sounded wonderful.
I would like to say thank you,
Well, thank you.
on behalf of the group, and hope we've passed the audition.
I think so. We'll have you back next week, right? That's
Yeah.
That's part of the contract. Well, yeah. Again, thank you. You can check this band out. They're all over the place. They're not. I don't know if any shows are coming up, but they're gonna.
This was it, man.
This is it. This is the farewell tour.
Well, if you can call And this is a somewhat lesser version of New Ocean. We're missing a few members today.
It's like an abbreviated version.
Exactly.
Well, great, but we really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Again, thanks for having us.
Thanks a lot.
It was fun.
All right, well, you've been listening to Summer and Damian in the Morning on 88.7 The Edge. Keep it locked on the left.